In the vast, endless icy forest of Siberia, where the temperature dropped to unbelievable minus 71 degrees Celsius, lies a small wooden house. This is the home of Samuel. For the past 20 years, Samuel has chosen to live far away from civilization, together with bears and wolves, in one of the harshest environments on Earth. Samuel's days begin with a routine that is both essential and demanding. Every morning he rises early to listen to the news on his radio, his only connection to the outside world. But survival in Yakutia's harsh winter climate is not easy, and keeping his home warm is an ongoing battle. Every day, as the sun rises, he ventures into the forest to gather enough wood to fuel the stove for the day. For Samuel, the daily task of collecting wood is a necessary but grueling one, requiring multiple trips into the forest daily. Samuel built his home using logs from the forest. In order to keep the house warm during the harsh Yakutian winters, he insulated it with oakum, a material made from old rope that is often used in Yakutian houses. Instead of proper windows, he uses cellophane. However, cellophane is not an effective insulator. The house doesn't retain heat well, and that's why Samuel must constantly heat the house. The unforgiving climate in Yakutia demands respect and caution. The air in such low temperature is painfully cold and biting, but by keeping active and doing physical work, one can stay warm.
Töntä tossyys vien hette hullahpan. Man olur butum vasti hybbet jehuvalla. Ona min behä kolorun bile tehibäppin ane. Bile manna utia olur yeren angala. Oli hin bien olla tehibäppin. Oli utia tan vaarahuak maapa polangala. Etään kuttallaan. Man se haas polla te hyddättyllä te hajiniti. Mu behällä kiireemmin kassata tyvähti. Huokka. No man mia nadi batta no. Để ta học cái buông nó bự là.
Living 30 kilometers away from the nearest village, Samuel must also contend with the challenge of obtaining food. He doesn't hunt, and his only source of meat is through setting traps for hares. However, this method doesn't always work, and when supplies run low, he must make the long 5-hour walk to the village, a journey that can only be undertaken during the warmer months of spring and summer.
Ottanut kyynen olevan, no vastaan notun, tynnellä kynnysteitse. Tohtalo. Arat puolan ja uti angalakan, hyvä ja niin. Hassata puutun vattaan kyrärän todella puolella. Arat, tymmy.
When the house is warm, Samuel starts cooking his lunch. He eats once or twice a day, depending on his food stock. Despite the scarcity of food, Samuel never forgets the needs of his four-legged friends, always ensuring that they receive a portion of his own food. In the afternoon, before the sun goes down, Samuel must get water from the lake. He relies on the lake's ice as his primary source for drinking and washing, as it's cleaner and safer than snow. The freezing process purifies the water, eliminating any impurities present before it was frozen. This daily routine is crucial for Samuel, as it ensures he maintains good health.
의리딱 normal mahani ne olmaman demten takar yagin ne de teting tenelan ti eddas teting mad hang vi miteting ontan tung ula vi miten ne kuchuge ba heb daktanen ku bastangan da ula suwa wangan tuara da wanna bi kere ya da ikjasin kutuk Mutta hotelli bakkan, agawaa bakkan nagana, isuwa ba bilhibi yahi kuntu hidjar wala.
Living in the coldest place on earth has its advantages. One of them is that Samuel doesn't need a refrigerator to keep his food fresh. The extremely cold weather acts as a natural freezer, allowing him to store his food outside. The only thing he has to be aware of is bears. Samuel needs to hide his food well to protect his food supply.
Go. Juga halak tamu balki tuah tas tu tuah tu bulan ke sewu.
When dinner time comes, Samuel is busy making Yakutian bread using soda, water and flour. It's a simple and fast recipe that produces a tasty bread and keeps him full. Samuel's life has been filled with hardship, and part of the reason that he decided to live alone in the forest was because his family died at his young age. But despite losing everything he held dear and the hardships that life has dealt, he never lost his kindness or his love for those around him. Even living in the harshest environments on earth, he found a way to shine a light in the darkness.
Tamam, tamam.
Bir kamanda tuttuk.
Hadi şöyle. Ya hadi başla. Ama da bunca bakalım.
The Siberian forest is a harsh and unforgiving place where only the hardiest of individuals can thrive. Samuel is one such person, the only resident for miles around for the past 20 years. As the morning breaks, Samuel stirs from his sleep, slowly rising and beginning to prepare himself for whatever the wilderness may bring. To start his day, he washes his face with ice-cold water that he collected from a nearby lake. Another crucial aspect of morning routine is to tend to the wood-burning stove and keep the fire going to ensure that the temperature remains consistent throughout the day. It's the beginning of April, the long-awaited spring has finally arrived. The winter's icy grip is slowly loosening and the forest is starting to come to life once again. The temperature has begun to rise, with the biting cold of minus 60 degrees Celsius is slowly being replaced by a relatively balmy minus 10 degrees. This change is a welcome relief for Samuel, who has weathered the extreme cold alone in the wild forest.
뭐 혼옥다 같은 게 하지부터 알라 비혼 제임보다 하지부터 비혼 닦아 간나다 말박근 그쪽았지 마스파르잡은 뒤인 가스다 뒤인 있을 때 떴던 그냥 알아 마스파르잡은 또 그냥 알아 그랬대 타박부 하분 비드민 익달라가 이건 주가 하나.
As the temperature starts to rise and spring fills the air, Samuel takes advantage of the favorable weather to create a significant number of brooms. To make money for food, Samuel uses his skills to create brooms from the branches in the forest. He walks for 5 hours to reach the nearest village, where he sells the brooms for $3 each. Samuel faced a difficult past as he lost his family at a young age and worked at a farm that eventually closed down, leaving him without a job. With determination to survive, he moved to the forest and used his skills to make a living. However, life in the forest was unforgiving and Samuel faced harsh living conditions. His small wooden house lacked proper windows and he had to use cellophane instead. When we heard about Samuel's situation, we could not ignore it and decided to take action. We decided to surprise him by bringing new windows, food and supplies to help him live in more comfortable conditions. Thanks to Nikolai, Lazar and our cameraman Radomir for organizing and bringing essential supplies to help Samuel.
Kana jabo. Ayakamu. Kana. Buona. Hikaya huak. So hidden kalawatianna. Kana ni chokkai. Pada bokun hukti hira hagun. Mana temulana kasta hukto baran. Ei balu mattakuna. Aradiata.
As Nikolai and Lazar diligently work on installing the new windows, Samuel eagerly heads into the forest to check the traps he had set earlier for hares. Living in the wild, Samuel depends on his trapping skills to obtain meat for his meals, and tonight he plans to share his catch with our team.
Kaya jabayan na yung biyadbit ko yaki hamin na nakibolo. Ano dili tumni gamatang ja eredaktak. Sabi ko mada kambiyad da. Ya, ito ka.
After successfully installing the new windows, the guys decided to help Samuel gather firewood and prepare some stock. With his new chainsaw, Samuel is able to obtain firewood faster and with greater ease. After a long and exciting day, Samuel is ready to wind down and indulge in his specialty of the house, Yakutian bread. This traditional bread, originating from Yakutia, is a staple in Samuel's diet and a source of comfort for him in the wild. He expertly mixed the flour, water, yeast and salt, kneading the dough until it's just right.
Bu akan bekerja di ulang nangkas tenung, dia berkahan naman juga tuak kalbetara di dadan urutan. Namun ada butun dengan kalian jabaran nak pun Allah tahu. Eter gadala bile behir kolor guduk. Allah kudar kastan juga ya. Namun nabu kalian narung orang bedler, jauh abaratlah jauh lakon, lakan jauh tergamak tahu. Bisa duktin dukun Allah dan bedler. ده bilin barata olğam taptir durus bagalla tünnügüm var demon ahalık var dibin durus babın hattanda edergede bile olğam tuaquduk mastun takka bete tiyerti hanala key oldu.
As dinner is being prepared, our team takes the opportunity to show Samuel the first part of the video we have made. This is the first time he has seen it, and his face lights up with joy as he watches himself and his way of life on screen. Seeing the footage is a heartwarming experience for Samuel, and he is grateful for the chance to share his story with others. As the video ends, Samuel expresses his gratitude, offering to share his food and many interesting stories about living in the wilderness. For Samuel, it's a reminder that even in the wilderness, there are people who care and are willing to lend a helping hand. This experience was a powerful reminder of the importance of showing kindness and compassion towards others, and how such acts can make a meaningful difference in someone's life. Living in the harsh depths of the vast forest is no easy feat, and Samuel knows this all too well. Countless challenges arise every day, especially when it comes to accessing the most basic necessities. While most of us start our days with familiar tasks like brushing our teeth, taking a shower, and having breakfast, Samuel's morning follow a different script. Samuel has been living alone for 20 years. Far from modern amenities, he has adapted to a life of self-reliance. Without access to electricity or a fridge, he has developed creative ways to make his daily routine work. One of the Samuel's solutions is his underground freezer, which relies on the permafrost in Yakutia, a naturally occurring frozen layer of soil and rock that never melt, even during summer.
Kujas tar ehler ahallar has otoro bulanlar abatçılar arçugan ahlar arçuji kenina manaka tüyünler ettirmiler takabutun ne üllögeni hidil bulan ne o da has kene öler bakım mal kene o kene ne uppakna martı yün onu tuak urgam.
Today is a special day for Samuel, as he is excited to receive help from our team to install a solar panel and bring essential supplies for his daily life. Thanks to the generous support from all those who contributed, we were able to get the best solar panel, and thank you everyone who cares and has shown kindness towards Samuel. While the team is busy installing the solar panel, Samuel feels overjoyed and takes the opportunity to enthusiastically show us around his house.
Man kadda bini urutu akay batak na manna motangara ita otu bakalan ngannanje ingal hukter bubun kana kalin suga dikjaman barawon kalaman wabatu tama hidabati arakaddaban hasada baraba tayi toyen tanga misis kristos kamela sar buka bahalsta dun behela kakiran tuwa tahalak kol behagay bulan kala ber kamela sar de tang tamaraw onu valla ontumalla tibeher kamela hakut yamarno halık bağın hügen de kalaçtı cehdin de onu bu sparsimen kırgıtta da itabar tar
tuğata huji hiya tuğmay bandık internet bagay bardak kapsiyak naptak
Rabiita tyhävetyn, täytyy hyvin, että uuti batu kakata takana aana mahallan kalbite. Aan. Arai katakana kukkura okonyor. Kahanna karaktaava taonyor. Kiinen kadammaran ohtaar ito ohtaarun tomuk saamudoro ona min etevin. Kainako okonyor. Wakatta kallin den yuli. Koraven humma putuktaan nään. Hangal pattuuda. Ei tahtaa tämän turan hemmennar koiputu. Okonyor hitaan. Don katta vaan kanna varaan. Taadi takkaarutta tietysti. Don turan monen sakat täällä. Omaam tumnitta. Don tuora kennimittämään kekiirkyttuk. Kennimittän korottu. Ten kaya huok tuoktokostive. Täällä de kenniverkimere manaan turalkuttuk. Ton turama tahastum. Takama koraben tahta. Ogonyan bardu. Huok kimno. Kauskarana. Ton de olakaniga. Ton de kiiramaran kohonuttu. Ötüemna. Uppatu. Ala uhtaasa. Ala aanam kuukunu. Ol iddään kolmutu. Aanam hegellän kiiremattu. Man nämiä. Aholla buana. Ana ma kataavutun ne. Kata. Tuok piliät ei tällä halla buhlahti ja minne sojan tuddum. Uhtaasa. Oitamaan aanavu lahtoran. Kataata vain.
Yttäryl bättäringin.
Yttäryl tuoktarpä.
Tuoktoda jänning itse.
Vaat menee takmana. Uruk manna iti puu. Ita onna vaarabit puu. Manna. Iti puu jietaille. Bulgu. On mullana eppittele en huolun töddyr. Huollaran vyöly tuttuvukkun tiedän. Ei tiedän tiedättele. Mihin? Mujene. On kanan kuddervarallaran huolu. Meheddään aspippin. Jikutuk etelleet. Oli hengi tekellä niihin hyddän ahalla. No huo.
O bidderön kuuse buktada.
Det har bidder. Det har kan tänka styvä tää tohtaa.
With the installation of the solar panel, today feels like a new beginning for Samuel, as he can now access electricity in his home. As an expression of his gratitude, he is making a delicious pie filled with rice and meat, which he last made on New Year's Eve. As we gathered around to enjoy a meal of freshly made hand pies prepared by Samuel, we shared with him all the kind and supportive comments we received on the previous videos. Samuel was very happy and deeply touched by all kind words. Seeing these messages gave him a sense of connection to the outside world and made him feel appreciated. It's truly amazing how small acts of kindness and support can have a significant impact on someone's life, and we felt privileged to be a part of making Samuel's day a little brighter. 어떤 일이
doğrum doğrum emmigin kanna törbütünüm ottunumin eyyeke biri de kelemmin enjegi tongsuyan turan enneke enangin sok bakka soko tokhalan kamatto oy kapalım en kereyen on tonumin tuaya halam oğlaron doğrum enere kereyen on tonumin tuaya halam oğlaron.
In our previous videos about Samuel's life, we have shared many aspects of his daily challenges living alone in the wild. But there is one important thing we have not shown you, how we actually get to Samuel's place. So let's begin right here. Today we are gearing up for another journey to visit Samuel, to check on how he is doing and bring him some much needed food supplies. Samuel lives about 30 kilometers away from the nearest village. To get there, we have to cross a river, and the roads this time of year are pretty rough. So we have to prepare well, just in case our vehicle freezes and we are stuck out in the heart of the vast taiga forest with no way to call for help. You might be wondering, why would anyone choose to live in such a harsh place? Well, I agree, living in one of the most challenging environments on Earth is not easy, and every day is a battle against the relentless cold. But there is something truly special in this place. The pristine beauty and serenity of this mighty land becomes a part of who you are. It's a bond that can never be broken. While we continue our journey, Samuel's days has already started. He began his day by reading newspapers and listening to the radio, his only connection to the outside world in his isolated home. Even though Samuel has been living alone for 2 decades, far from civilization, he is still very keen on the nearest village news. He carefully reads each article, often more than once. These newspapers keeps him entertained and serve as treasured treasures he brought with him from the village. Samuel not only reads the newspapers, but he also uses them to decorate his house. Despite the challenges of living in such a remote place without the conveniences of city life, he strived to make his home cozy and tidy. The life in the coldest place on earth is difficult, but living alone in the Siberian wilderness is beyond extreme. Samuel faces daily challenges head-on. Even the simplest task can turn into a difficult feat. Every day he must figure out how to get his food. Unfortunately, Samuel lacks the hunting skills. Sometimes he sets traps to catch hares, but success is rare, happening maybe once a month. During the summer, Samuel spends his time fishing in the nearby lake. However, as the weather gets colder, securing food becomes a much more difficult challenge. Today he decided to take a chance and ventures to a nearby lake, hoping to catch some fish.
Muutamat. Jere. Valkki pitää olla. Pakai ikkene. Ysere valkki pitää. Ikki valkki pitää. Vanna huokka. Ja vanna kanavan on ja varam. Ja, pulla. Se vai. Kutto laakpai. Se oli hallakin. Ajakana ton halkka mulla kanaada wallahi. Oli niitä. Kia valkiak maara de kiire.
Sadly, today the fish don't seem to be biting. When there is no food, Samuel embarks on a long journey, often lasting 5 to 7 hours, to reach the nearby village. The locals often lend a helping hand with food. He shares stories of his life in the wilderness, and in return, they provide him with food and essentials.
من هاي والله أنا وتوقعين جيت بيساعنا كلام منا وبهلك تخوننا ترجعنا كلام أنت مو أبوه كن مو بها بدي خارن مار ونخارن بتني ونبي نقطة خارن هستعمل بدي هبور أبي غرام خلوه هودك والله قاعد خام بكنا والله Don oli hembustanamin vähän uonikkaan arketien katbitin.
Today, with a stock of meat from his recent visit to the village, Samuel is planning to cook a simple yet hearty meal, a soup made from horse meat. He stores his food in his self-made underground freezer, which relies on the permafrost, a naturally occurring frozen layer of soil that never melts, even during summer. Samuel cooks his food outdoors, especially when it's not too cold. As he doesn't have a cooking stove at home, he prefers food that's been prepared outdoors. Food cooked outside in the fresh air always tastes better. However, when temperature dropped to minus 50 degrees Celsius, Samuel has no choice but to cook inside on top of his heating stove. Samuel typically has just one meal a day, which he generously shares with his only friends, his dogs. A steaming bowl of soup is the ideal food to keep him warm and nourished throughout the harsh Siberian winter. To get drinking water and keep clean, Samuel melts the snow that accumulates on his roof, which melts and flows into a barrel. But if he has a choice, he prefers to drink the melted ice from the lake that is only available in the winter. To wash and keep clean, he carefully warms water on his trusty stove, patiently waiting until it reaches the perfect temperature. With resourcefulness born from necessity, Samuel has fashioned an outdoor shower using gasoline containers. While he may not have a traditional bathhouse, Samuel's creativity knows no bounds. He is already planning to build one next summer.
Ottaan kelemman nakayak maha kättipitä manna. On tukun joku kyhyn tastarjome. Maanjuk tutua. Haas kyhyn tastarma haas kalatan tyhön na saada tutavumma. Tää hokota kehitytä kyräkynä. Aarohun kummakam.
By the time Samuel prepares his lunch, our team have arrived at Samuel's house. With a heartwarming smile, Samuel greets us warmly. It's a perfect moment for our arrival, bringing with us much-needed supplies. Despite the challenges he faces, Samuel is very kind and welcoming, and is always a pleasure for us to visit. As we sit down to share this meal with him, Samuel opens up and shares numerous captivating stories from his life in the wilderness. Each tale paints a vivid picture of his remarkable journey and the enduring spirits that keep him going in this harsh environment.
Nemi aitabu uakkira midessa huttatadi. Uakkira. Onna bile huddik kodaram. Allah. Bile behe yakenen guddu kodaram. Yechu ajikti. Allah. Qobbatumna el bagay bu haman butu dabude. Ote guddu tura. Nistaymal televizyon nadane. Allah haydani et. Bir marta haydani. Kutchu gidda haydani.
It's December now, and the coldest months have arrived in Yakutia. Here, far from the rest of the world, in a land where winter is relentless and unforgiving, Samuel has made his home. For the past 20 years, he has lived here alone, sharing his life with nothing but snow, wolves, and bears. But if you have been following Samuel's story, you know that something has changed. We have brought him a warm windows and a solar panel. This solar panel means everything to Samuel. It's his light, his connection to the world, and a small miracle in the darkness of winter. Christmas is coming, and for Samuel, it has always been one of his favorite celebrations. Yet, he has never truly celebrated it in his life. Since losing his parents and family as a child, he was always left alone during Christmas. That loneliness became a part of him, and it's one of the reasons Samuel left his village to live far away, deep in the Siberian forest. But he has never stopped believing in Christmas miracles. Every year, he quietly makes his wishes, holding on to hope. This year, we decided to do something special for Samuel, to bring him this festive miracle. Samuel is excited. He carefully chooses his perfect Christmas tree, a tree that will bring a touch of magic to his little home. Once he finds the perfect one, he gently carries it back through the deep snow, the cold biting at his face. But his steps are light and there is a sense of joy in the air, something rare in his quiet life. Not long after, we arrived to bring Samuel some gifts, boxes filled with food that will last him for several months, bags of flour, rice, canned goods, and other essentials to keep him through the harsh winter ahead. As we unload the boxes, his face lights up with happiness, and it's clear how much this means to him. It's a rare moment of joy in his solitary life, and for us, it's a reminder of how little it takes to bring light and hope to someone living alone in one of the harshest environments on earth.
Samuel gehäkillä jabne per yürüni ketare. Ok itam boje. Yürüni ketit. Berge. Dia ukut. Akaraska.
Among the gifts there is a bag filled with Christmas tree toys, simple tinsel, and lights for his tree. Samuel takes everything outside and begins decorating his Christmas tree. He works slowly and carefully, as if each decoration is something precious. He gently hangs the Christmas tree toys, making sure not to drop a single one. His hands steady despite the cold.
네. 강아지 몰라. 이것도 나. 집에. 나가는 강아지.
For the first time, Samuel's Christmas tree comes to life, a small but beautiful sight in the heart of the Siberian wilderness. Samuel heads inside to start cooking. Using the fresh meat we brought today, he prepares a simple but hearty meal. While the food is cooking, Samuel begins decorating his little wooden house. Carefully, he places small touches of Christmas throughout the room. Each piece finds its place, making the space feel brighter, warmer, and alive with the spirit of the season. Living alone in the middle of the Siberian wilderness comes with its challenges. Samuel has learned to rely on himself for everything, gathering firewood, finding food, and making repairs to his home when the harsh winter tries to tear it apart. There are no shortcuts here. Every task, no matter how small, takes time and effort. But Samuel doesn't complain. For him, the work is simply a part of his life, something he has adapted to over the years. Even without the running water or modern comforts, Samuel keeps his home neat and tidy in his own way. Samuel's only true companions in this remote wilderness are his dogs. Loyal and always by his side, they keep him company during the long, quiet days. He shares his food with them, no matter how little he has, making sure they are fed and cared for like family. They are his family, his friends, and a source of comfort in an otherwise solitary life. As the food simmers and the apple drink fills the air with a sweet warmth, his house feels different. The meal may be simple, but to Samuel it's special. A meal made with care, shared in a home that's warm and alive with the spirits of Christmas. For someone who has lived so long with so little, it's these small moments, a warm meal, festive decorations, and a celebration that feels full of life that mean the most. For Samuel, Christmas has always been about hope, and this year, for the first time in a long time, that hope has turned into something real. A moment of joy, light, and a touch of magic in the heart of the Siberian wilderness.
강아지였는 중년으로 해몽원년에 깡근자가 내 죽을 봐도 그래야 강아지는 아우크고 너워 hor구와 고금견니 내 죽을 봐 그래야 강아지는
As the tree stands outside, spreading its glow across the snowy forest, Samuel stands by the window, watching his beautiful Christmas tree with excitement. These lights shimmer softly against the darkness, and he can't take his eyes off it. For the first time in a long time, his little home doesn't feel so empty, and perhaps, this moment, Samuel's quiet Christmas wish has finally come true. From this remote corner of the world to yours, Merry Christmas, everyone! May this season remind us of the simple joys, the power of kindness, and how even the smallest gestures can bring warmth and light to those around us.
Anlıkıda günlerge Gele sıcar ben kömülem Oğlantın en soğukundor bu Anlıkta günlerge en kelim umanna 원터는 서고서고롱 똥꾸 여러분의 일레겐